So, hey, what's up, guys? This is Team Hard Life Captain Alberto Zertuche, and we are here at Hard Life's Bait and Tackle. I've got a bunch of special guests in the house. One of them is Captain Eric Hernandez with Team Real Locos and Hook of Memory Guide Charters, correct?
That's right.
And so, today's a very special day. You know, this is something Captain Eric got into his heart a while back to pay it forward and help out a young gentleman that he saw fishing and fish his heart out, and just it did something for him. So he wanted to turn around and pay it forward. You want to give a little more insight?
Yeah, I was out fishing and and I see a crowd of guys over there, and it's funny because I start hearing, hey man, I think that's Captain Eric over there.
Gotta bite. I think I got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go. Yeah, I got a line. I'ma call up the whole team.
Then all of a sudden I hear some of the music playing and stuff like that. And we go over there and introduce, and I had a couple shots with the guys there. Not Elijah though, of course. Elijah's 13 years old.
Yeah.
So we're out there having a good time and stuff. And it's the day and stuff like that. And he came down. I mean, literally came down with a group of guys, man, just hanging out, doing his thing. As a 13-year-old fishing with adults,
Mm-hmm.
So right then and there, that tells me the character of the kid. The kid does rather be fishing than be out in the streets. 13 years old, I was skateboarding, painting stuff. I wasn't doing the right thing. So when you see somebody doing the right thing, you gotta acknowledge it and do something about it. So I figured after seeing him and then hearing his background, and then of course he told me he had never caught a drum, so we had to change that. Ended up catching about a 40-inch drum that night, somewhere in that range, and the rest is history, man. The kid's a great kid. He kept in contact. I always saw him pumping my music or playing something here and there. So that's right then and there when I decided, I was like, I got to do something special for this kid. Keep him focused, keep him fishing, keep the youth going to that next generation so they conserve, conserve, and do what we do best, man. Clean up the environment and move forward and keep the younger generation doing the right things. Stay positive, guys.
Exactly. Everything we're doing is for the next generation. One day we're not going to be here. You know what I mean? And it would be a real shame to take all this knowledge, all this excitement, and all of this with us instead of paying it forward. So, you already know me. I'm trying to get as much knowledge out there as I can. But when I heard, Captain Eric doing this, I was like, I bet you we can help out too. So y'all already know, the guys that have been on the channel a while. We started receiving monies for rods, reels, and stuff like that.
Right.
We didn't know what we were going to get at first. We just started, let's get a rod and reel combo, and let's try to do this. Well, after it went out on my YouTube channel, we had a gentleman by the name of Mr. Carl Moon, who's actually in the house right now.
Yes,
Step this way.
Mr. Moon, how you doing, sir?
Pretty good, Eric.
How you doing? Good to see you again, sir.
Oh, yes, sir.
There you go.
So, Mr. Carl Moon came through, and we had already talked a few weeks prior to all this coming in. Is he in the camera?
Can you see him in the camera, Moon?
Mr. Moon had already come through, and we were already selling the Team Hard Life rods through here and stuff like that. And he's like, you know what? I want y'all to build my next rods. And he came in with 6. That he wanted 6 rods built. They were going to be shipped to me. He wanted a specific way and stuff like that. And then, a few weeks after that is when he heard about this, and he goes, you know what? First rod off the line, I wanted to go to the kitty. And we're like, wow, already that just put us way ahead. So,
right.
I want to.
It's plain and simple. My background is in corrections. This right here can keep one off the streets. The love and passion for the outdoors, it's a win.
Absolutely.
We got to do something for the next generation to keep them from turning and going down that wrong path. And that's what it's all about, is keeping our youth out of that situation.
Into that. Well, again, I know I've thanked you many times, and I want to thank you again, and I know everybody else is on the channel to be the same way. But I know you started, I kind of helped out, but this is the rod that got done up for it's a telescopic 10-foot 6 tackle industries rod, and it's an extra heavy. I believe it is.
Double X.
Okay, it's a double X.
80 to 150. Up to 16 ounce casting weight.
Basically the same as my 9-footers, just 10.5 foot, and it's telescopic. So it goes to 10.5 foot, but when he wants to store it, it'll actually shrink down to 9 foot. So yes, it makes for easy, you know, transportation
Right.
and all of that, but still got the backbone to horse in anything he wants to catch on.
Right.
So that was donated, and then we still had monies coming in and stuff like that. So
Right.
the next deal was
The next deal was, I said I was going to buy Elijah an Avid reel to put on a rod that I was going to purchase from Albert. But of course, Carl Moon beat me to it, so thank you again, Carl. Appreciate you very much, sir, for that. So what we did was, me and Albert talked about it and said, well, what should we do for the kid as far as a reel? Getting started in it, let's get him out there where he can catch reds, drum, whatever, so on and so forth, jack of all, and making some smaller sharks and stuff like that in the surf. So Albert and I put our heads together, and then we come up with the SX. And it is a Raptor version of it, 2-speed, and it's already braided. You got Cortland braid on there?
got Cortland braid
Oh,
on there.
hashtag Cortland braid.
Yep. The Cortland braid. Oh man, today. Whew, I wish my gimbal hadn't died on me, guys, but I locked over on a 40+ inch Jack Crevalle on a 553 with an HXW with a 100-pound test, which is the same line on there, and that rod just went like this and stayed there. I didn't give him a single inch of line, and I landed the jack in like 10 to 15 seconds. And it's a huge jack. I mean, it's a monster.
Right on.
But I just wanted to see if I could bust a Cortland on a fish, and it didn't happen. So that's just another testament of the line that we, you know, when we get involved in a line and we want to put it on our customers and on their reels and stuff like that, it's the main thing that we do. I mean, it's not just, you know, okay, I can spoil another reel for another customer. No, I want to make sure that line is good to go in the long term. And it's still the same line that I've been using through the big drum tournaments and stuff like that too. So, you know, we got it on there, got it all spooled up for him, ready to rock and roll. So he's got rod and reel, and then after that we got into my turn. So, you know, we felt he needed to be able to carry his gear, so we've got him a Vexen tackle bag, and also too, you want to come check, make sure this fits.
Everybody, here we go, man. This is Elijah right here, guys.
Elijah's in the house.
Elijah's here today.
There you go.
Took a little while, but if a mouse didn't decide to run across your rod and die on it.
Oh.
That's another blooper story for later, man.
Yep. And actually, that was the last one too. Right when we set all this up, I said, I better save it now. Yeah, we sold out of them, so
There you go.
good to go.
Nice.
Yep.
There you go. Great fit. There you go.
Awesome. So, and that too, we also had some more of our YouTubers come through and send us more gear. Mr. Christian Bayless sent you a whole bunch of fish bites, fish gum, and then obviously the tackle that's already in there, the crates or whatever, the bins for it and stuff like that. And then we also had some more leaders donated as well. So now you got leaders, that tackle. Dang, you need some weights. I got this.
So there you go, Elijah. There's that. That's part of the gift. And while he's getting the weights for him, because Albert's, you know, being very generous right now. Let me go ahead and speak on it. Christian out of Minnesota, thank you, sir, for the donation of the gear and stuff like that, as well as the you also donated some cash on it. Team Real Menace captain and a bunch of the guys from San Antonio from Team Real Menace, thank you very much for your cash donations. By the end of the time, guys, that I was going to buy this reel, all I spent was about $174 out of my own money because of everybody from San Antonio that donated into this. Robert from 361 Most Hated donated $50.
We got a whole list. Hold on.
Yeah, we got a whole list. Yeah, so you got a whole list of guys that care about you very much, the fishing community, that we want you to continue to stay positive, keep doing what you're doing. Your grades are good, everything's good, you're doing wonderful, so a reward is definitely earned
got
here.
surf weights.
So we got Carlos De Leon, David Bazan with the $100 donations, Carlos with a $25 donation, Carl Moon, of course, did the rod and all the components and all the wrap complete. The complete setup is all Carl Moon right there, right behind me, young man. That man paid for everything. Antonio Guerrera, okay. Thank you for your $25 donation. Robert Ortega, or Organ, how do you say it? Obregon? Yeah, that's Robert, but that's Captain O, guys.
Yeah.
You know him as 361 Most Hated, and they F the boobs there. Andrew, of course, Team Real Menace captain, Andrew, thank you, sir, for your $120 donation. Team Mo Fishing, thank you for your $100 donation. Carlito, was it Carlito or something?
No.
Yeah, it's Carlito. And Christian Bayless out of Minnesota, thank you guys very much for your $40 donation. And then, of course, I got paid off with the rest of it at the end of it, with 160, it was about 174 with taxes. So, your rod, your reel, your gear. Now you swagged up with that, but don't worry, your shirt's going to be done too. I got yours on order from the shop. I got about a month before they come in.
Let me get the serial number.
Yeah, he needs to get serial numbers to protect it, so
Yep.
later on if anything happens.
Yes. Yeah, that's one of the things we do with our shop is whenever we sell an Avid reel, it's a free service that we've done, and it was because things have happened to my friends and they couldn't prove where they bought it, who they bought it from, or how much they spent. So as a courtesy, when you buy an Avid reel from us, every single one of them has a serial number.
Yes.
So what we do is we keep a file of the date you bought it, how much you paid, what you got on it, rod, reel, line, the whole thing, and we just keep it on file. So that way, God forbid it does happen, but if it does happen, you got something that got your back, and that's what we're here for, guys. So again, Elijah, I want to congratulate you again. That's awesome. That's really epic. And again, I want to thank everybody from both channels, Team Real Locals and Team Hard Life over here, guys. Y'all really came through, helping us out. Because like I said, times are tough. Right now, we want to do so much, but we can't do it alone. But if everybody pitches in, it's a big, strong bundle, bro, and you cannot break that. So
Yes.
It's awesome. And
This fishing community is one hell of a bond. We have a hell of a bond.
Yes, sir.
From the alligator guard all the way to the shark community. I mean,
It is, yep.
We are definitely making waves.
That's
And,
the way it should be.
Absolutely.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
So that.
And Phil's too.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
Phil. Oh, man, sorry. He
Also,
got
guys-
it, though. Yes, yes.
Also, guys, Team Real Local member Phil Blair knew that we were giving Elijah a rod and reel combo. So he's like, well, I got a rod and reel that I'm not using. Well, I got two of them. So he goes, and of course, then that's when I met your brother. So didn't know you had a little brother. You neglected to forget that on our first fishing trip together out there, buddy. So, anyways, Phil stepped up and then he donated two rods, one for Elijah and of course one for his brother. And so Elijah's brother wasn't feeling left out on it or nothing like that. And he has a pretty nice little setup too. You catch reds, trout, flounder, the whole 9 yards. Draw them on it. I mean, I catch them on this, so they're fun like that.
Yes, sir.
So, thank you, Phil, from Team Real Locals for your donation of two rods to the kids. Of course, Elijah and everybody, his dad, great family. I've been blessed to meet the mom, dad, brother, and everybody now. So they were nice enough to come to the tournament and then didn't know them.
Yep.
So we spent some time together. We broke bread, and of course, I did it with this man at my side, and then the rest of the fishing community that stepped up and helped out with this project. Basically, I want to keep doing this, maybe one a year, where we can do something that we can focus in on a kid. To keep positive thoughts. Elijah was never in trouble in any way, shape, or form, and all I can say is the kid's great grades, perfect attendance, that kind of stuff. The kid's an amazing child. So when you got something like that in front of you guys, let's keep that mind focused forward. Let's keep them on the straight and narrow. And what better way to do it than with fishing in the outdoors?
Awesome. Couldn't have said it better myself right there. All right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, you're dropping the ball. I'm putting that one on y'all because we're trying to get to 10,000 subs. And we got a lot of people that are watching the channel but not subscribing. Shame on you. We can get there a lot faster with your help. And then we can do the big giveaway, which we're doing a 24-hour trip with Team Real Locals, Team Hard Life on the beach. 4 of y'all gonna win. So
Now you're talking 10 footers, guys, that weigh grand
oh yeah.
plus.
Yeah. So stay tuned, guys. It's coming. Congratulations again.
Maybe we'll throw an alligator guard trip in there for the same 4 at another time.
Right.
Congratulations.
Uh-huh.
You ready?